For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kerry Jr. II. This is your Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 2022.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, a reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Just like a scene out of a holiday Disney movie, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team freed a swan trapped in the ice on Voorhees Lake in Orion Township. Residents living near the picturesque private lake reported seeing the bird in distress Wednesday, called for help when it was still there Thursday, and incredibly, law enforcement brought a hovercraft. They, in fact, broke up the ice, rescued the swan. Go to freep.com to find out the detail of what happened.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Christy Tanner. The number of people living in Michigan slipped for the second straight year, according to new census data released last week. There were 10,034,113 Michiganders as of July 1st this year, down roughly 40,000 residents from the decennial census in 2020. Population growth has been slowing for years in the U.S. Fewer people are having babies, an aging population means more people are dying, and international migration has been declining. The COVID-19 pandemic has intensified this trend. Michigan is one of 24 states, including Pennsylvania and Ohio, that had more deaths than births this year. In addition, more people left the state than moved in. In Michigan, gains made from international migration was the one bright spot that helped to offset losses from people leaving the state domestically and the natural change in population. Net international migration, the number of people moving in and out of the country, rebounded in Michigan and across the U.S. to pre-pandemic levels. Nationwide, the population increased by over 1.2 million people this year to roughly 333.3 million residents.
Hi, I'm Arpan Lobo. I cover politics and government for the Detroit Free Press. Prosecutors say they will appeal a decision to toss a case against a former state official who was charged for his role in the Flint water crisis up to the Michigan Supreme Court. On Wednesday, a Court of Appeals panel granted a motion to dismiss a state appeal against Nick Lyon, who was the director of the state health department in 2014 when the Flint water crisis began. Lyon had been charged with 9 counts of involuntary manslaughter and a count of willful neglect of duty, but the charges were dismissed not long after the Michigan Supreme Court ruled in June that state prosecutors incorrectly had a judge indict Lyon and other officials charged in the case. Despite the court having already ruled in the case, state prosecutors said Wednesday they will ask the Michigan Supreme Court again if they can continue their prosecution against Lyon. Lyon's attorney, Chip Chamberlain, told the Free Press he thinks appealing to the Supreme Court is, quote, foolish. Lyon isn't the only former state official to have their charges dismissed. Earlier this month, a judge in Genesee County dismissed a pair of charges against former Governor Rick Snyder related to the Flint water crisis.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, head to freep.com. That's FREEP.com. See you tomorrow.